Welcome to Celebrity Reports, the place where we dive deep into the fascinating world of celebrities and uncover the stories behind the headlines. Lucille Ball refused to ever work with her again. Now we know why. Lucille Ball, the undisputed queen of television comedy, built an empire with I Love Lucy and went on to become the first woman to run a major Hollywood studio. Known for her sharp wit, magnetic presence, and business acumen, she was also fiercely loyal to those she trusted. But there was one woman in Hollywood who crossed a line Lucille never forgave, and it led to a permanent split between two powerful personalities. The woman in question was none other than fellow actress and entertainer, Barbara Pepper. Though not as widely remembered today, Barbara was a prominent character actress during the golden age of television. She and Lucille had known each other since their early days in show business. They met in the 1930s when both were young performers trying to carve out a space for themselves in a male-dominated industry. At first, they were inseparable. Barbara, with her sharp tongue and no-nonsense attitude, was one of the few people who could make Lucille laugh off stage. They supported each other through auditions, bad reviews, and even personal losses. Barbara was originally considered for the role of Ethel Mertz in I Love Lucy. She had the comedic chops and the chemistry with Lucille to make it work, but ultimately, the part went to Vivian Vance. At the time, it was believed that the decision came down to appearance and studio politics. But in reality, there were deeper currents at play, something more personal that Lucille kept quiet about for decades. According to insiders who worked on the set of I Love Lucy, Lucille's decision wasn't just professional. It stemmed from an incident that occurred in the early 1950s, just before the show began production. Barbara had reportedly betrayed Lucille's trust in a way that was both personal and deeply hurtful. Though the exact details were kept out of the public eye for years, those close to Lucille hinted that it involved a confidential matter Lucille had shared, only for it to become the subject of industry gossip. Lucille, known for being intensely private, was devastated. It wasn't just about gossip. This breach came at a time when Lucille was under enormous pressure, navigating her complex relationship with Desi Arnaz, managing a demanding filming schedule, and launching a show that would eventually redefine television. She didn't need someone in her circle who couldn't be trusted. While Barbara denied ever leaking anything, Lucille believed otherwise. And that belief was enough to end a decades-long friendship and close the door on any future collaboration. In the years that followed, Lucille never publicly addressed the situation. She remained gracious when Barbara's name came up, but it was clear to those around her that the hurt ran deep. Barbara, on the other hand, went on to appear in other television roles, most notably as Doris Ziffel on Green Acres. Though she found moderate success, her career never reached the heights it might have if she'd joined the I Love Lucy cast. Some believe that Lucille's decision haunted Barbara in her later years. Despite working steadily, she was often cast in supporting roles and rarely got the chance to show the full extent of her talent. Privately, she was said to have expressed regret over the rift, but never found a way to mend it. Hollywood is full of stories about friendships turned sour, but this one remains especially poignant because of how much potential was lost. Two talented women, once close friends, became strangers over a moment of broken trust. Lucille Ball's refusal to work with Barbara Pepper again was not about ego or rivalry. It was about loyalty and the value of personal integrity in a world where those things are often in short supply. Even today, their story serves as a reminder that in show business, relationships are just as important as talent. And once broken, some bridges can never be rebuilt.